Well, the Edmonton Oilers grind out a 2-1 victory here south of Highway 2 as they escape the Saddle Dome with a big, well, not 2 points in the preseason standings, but a big confidence-boosting victory, especially with the lineup that they had, as I'm pleased to welcome in 6:30 Chad's play-by-play man, Jack Michaels. And tonight's standout, number 55, Dylan Holloway.
Yeah, he was all over the ice tonight, Tony, and really it was a hit on Noah Hannafin early in the game that kind of, I think, triggered all facets of his game, rushing the puck, setting up guys, and basically just being a factor every time he was out there. And really for 2 periods, there were 2 games going on. One where Holloway was out there and one where he wasn't. And really, this game went as scripted for 2 periods, with Calgary having double the players that they expect on an opening night roster as compared to Edmonton, for instance. But then in the 3rd period, the Oilers managed a real significant push, and they carried that momentum throughout the 3rd period. So when a bit of a dubious challenge was called by Calgary head coach Ryan Huska, Edmonton was primed to capitalize. Warren Foegele, another guy, Tony, that stood out, was around the net all the time. A sublime feed for the finish from Holloway, and then 2 old pros delivered in overtime.
And of course, Foegele hit the post in the later stages of the 3rd period as well.
But he was around it all night. I thought he had a lot of chances.
Absolutely. So Holloway scores with 80 seconds remaining in regulation, and then it's Brad Malone, as you mentioned, with the OT winner. But the Oilers don't win this game without the performance of Jack Campbell.
He was excellent tonight, and Jay Woodcroft, in talking with him after the game, showed no evidence of surprise. He basically picked off where he did, where he was, again, sterling in the 4 relief appearances in that 2023 postseason. And tonight, he was the reason Edmonton hung around for 2 periods. I mean, it was a situation where you're outshot 24-12 through 40 minutes. Often you're down a couple goals. And once Jack Campbell showed that he was going to be there all night, the Oilers were going to be all there. At one point, they were going to need to deliver a push. They did in the 3rd period. They got the game tied. And it was heartwarming for me to see the combination connect, because it's indicative of the culture and organization that Edmonton has slowly built over this last half decade. And Brad Malone and Seth Griffith, 2 guys that are universally respected by guys at all levels in this organization, combined on the game winner.
So round 1 of the preseason Battle of Alberta goes to Edmonton. These 2 teams face off once again next Wednesday. But first, the Oilers back on the road tomorrow night against the Vancouver Canucks.